rather see the dummies outside with fireworks. The devil will deceive, that's how a liar works. 4th of July in they land of the free. That day is for them, it's not for you and me. Independence Day is for Britain's immigrants. Better look around, we still third-class citizens. 400 years of slavery, where's my dividends? Think they care about you, best ask them Indians. Ask Breonna Taylor, ask George Floyd. If you ask me, the whole Constitution is null and void. Can't be proud in the land that lets my people die. Here's my reply, fuck 4th of July.
Right Black up in here. It's the Unwatered Down Show
with your host
Byron Love
and Seize the Dawn.
Seize the Dawn. And if you're familiar with the legacy of the Black Panthers, no comic book, but the original Black Panthers, you remember the phrase seize the time.
Exactly.
Seize the time, meaning the time is now. Take this time to go ahead and enact some kind of action. And we're talking about enacting action because there's a war going on outside no one is safe from.
Prepare yourself.
It's happening now. So if you are on the battlefield and there's a war going on and you're not doing anything to participate in this war, that means you're losing.
Exactly.
You're a prisoner of war. You're going to be the party that does not win the war. And what we have going on now is a war. And we can't really refer to it as a civil war because, to be honest, that's an oxymoron. Civil war. There's no civility in times of war.
Exactly.
So who even came up with that stupid phrase, civil war?
I don't know where they get that from, man.
That's like peaceful protest. No peaceful protest is successful.
Exactly.
The successful protests have been what history has called riots.
Right. When you out there taking something.
Yeah. Or insurrection, or a slave revolt, slave rebellion, this type of thing. You know, nobody marched when they were slaves and protested and put some signs up and say, "Master, please let us go. No justice, no peace." No. You know what I'm saying? You had Denmark Vesey, you had Gabriel Prosser, you had Nat Turner, you had different people that rose up and took a charge straight to the racist masses. And that's the way that you got some kind of results.
Exactly.
Because, you know, we had our, I don't want to say our Obama at the time, but we had Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
And he was eloquent with the speeches.
Exactly.
You know, the abolitionist, he was speaking and saying his thing, and he was breaking it down. But that was on the intellectual level. It was when you get to the grit physical level that you get some real solid results.
Right. That's when they want. That's when they want to come to the table and talk.
Yeah. Now it's just like I gotta use jail for instance. You got this one dude that's hogging everybody and just and then when you hit him in the eye, say, "Look at me, come let me holler."
Yeah, now they want to talk about it.
Yeah, you want to go get some kind of straightening.
Yeah,
because,
you gonna get some understanding now.
Yeah, because you a gorilla until you realize you really a chimpanzee.
Yeah, exactly.
And we in war, we in war times, and I've been saying that, and people are like, no, we not. Yes, you are. Now we can break down the definition of war. And that will explain to you why we are in a war. Matter of fact, if you go back to the 80s, as somebody that was born in the 80s or somebody that was growing up in the 80s, you heard the term Cold War.
Right.
And I remember asking my mom, what is that?
Yeah.
You know, what's the difference in a Cold War and a hot war, lukewarm war? What the hell? What is that?
Exactly.
Now, that was their way of saying we are at war with Russia, but we're not at war physically.
Yeah, we're not physically doing things, but we gonna be on alert at all times because they can jump something off any second.
Yeah, and they kept it moving. It was like more political. It was tariffs. It was embargoes. It was trade. They were beefing with money. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I'm gonna put this sanction on you, and I'm gonna do this, and it was a lot of back and forth on that level. Like back in the 80s, if you took Coca-Cola and blue jeans to Russia, that was a violation. But if you did it, you could make thousands of dollars because it was an American import that was forbidden in Russia.
Right.
So it was a lot going on. Then with the fall of the USSR, Google it, because I know people like, what is he even talking about? USSR. That's still
Russia.
It was Russia.
Yeah, basically Russia.
USSR, that shit. And
before it went to Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And all that.
And that dude that had that ugly ass birthmark on his head,
right.
Gorbachev.
Yeah.
Looked like somebody that stomped on his head, or they used his head for toilet paper, wiped their boot on or some shit.
Right.
But when Russia fell off, America shifted gears in the way it was operating as far as foreign activities and whatnot. And the reason I'm speaking on that is because I want to bring it back to what they call in history the Civil War. Civil War was the North versus the South. You got the northern portion of what was becoming America and the southern section of what was becoming America. And I'm saying what was becoming America because hell, it wasn't really America, it was colonies.
Colonies, right,
you know?
right.
And then they warped into states, you know, but it still wasn't 50, so it wasn't the United States yet.
Right.
And let's break all that down. The United States of America. Let's start with United. Where is the unity?
Tell me.
Who's united? You see, nothing is united in America except for those who are like-minded in the way of white supremacy.
Right.
Those people are on one accord. Those people are on the same page. They're on code, and they don't even have to know each other. They just know, hey, white first.
Right, right.
Whatever y'all got going, we're going to put this whiteness first, and that's where we at.
And then we'll worry about the other stuff.
Yeah, we'll worry about your discrimination at the job or misconduct or gay shit, whatever, but we white first.
Right.
And because of that, white people that subscribe to that and people that are not white that subscribe to it, your coons, house niggas, want to be white, Mexicans want to be white, Arabs, all these people that want to be white, they are all on the same page of racism, white supremacy. And now, the reason I'm pointing this out is because we're finna divide this thing, because the Civil War was this group of people that thought this way versus this group of people that opposed it.
Exactly.
We got the United States of America. These states that were coming to be states, they were all pieces of land that came from somebody who already owned the land.
Right.
You know, so these people came in and big chested. They deboed their way and took this here land.
Right.
And said, this is ours.
Right.
Fuck you if you don't like it. And then they started making borders and boundaries and saying, this is my state, that's your state.
Yeah.
So we got people that are united. These are their states. And then they want to call it America. And they had to go back and forth on that name because at first they were really a new version of England. If we remember, they broke off. Colony. Yeah, they were British colonies. They broke off and said, fuck you, Britain. Y'all on that bullshit. And they went to war. That was your Revolutionary War.
Right. And
according to them, they won that war. This is his story. They won the war according to that.
Yeah.
So since they won the war, they were like a New England. That's why that state still exists.
Right.
New England.
Right.
And people were like, nah, I ain't rocking with the New England shit. I'm something else. And then you get your Delaware and your Virginia, Montana.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, whatever the hell that is. Massachusetts, it sounds like spoiled cheese or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I want a burger with some Massachusetts and some mayonnaise. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they came up with all these different states and whatnot. And, you know, now this is their thing. And now they say America, the greatest country, greatest nation in the world. Okay, it was built on what, though?
The black slave.
These people resisted the people that they were with. They broke off from England and said, fuck y'all. And they stole some people and brought them over here so that they can build on this stolen ass land.
Right.
So we starting off stealing. Right. They stole this damn land, and the people that was here, they said, fuck y'all, and they killed most of them. And the ones they didn't kill, they had a Thanksgiving, gave them a bunch of blankets that had smallpox in it.
Right. And finish them off anyway.
You evil bitch.
Try to.
These motherfuckers evil as hell. They killed the people and took their shit, stole some people to build on that shit, and said, this is what's up.
Yeah.
You see, so the weak Negro would say, that mean they smarter than us, they tougher than us. No, feeble-minded Negro. That is not the case. What that means is they are going about their way of fighting war different from the way we do. We would fight a war civilly.
Right.
They fight a war on some we winning by any means, fuck you.
Necessary.
Ain't no rules in this shit. And what we got to do is look at it like that. if we gonna fight somebody where it ain't no rules, we gotta stop playing by rules.
Right.
And that's what we've been doing. We've been playing by rules and shit. Well, you shouldn't do that. You still gotta be humane. They ain't humane.
That's why they get mad at them Iraq and all that, because they don't care. They gonna hit you with the gas. You know what I'm saying? The anthrax, whatever. They trying to win. They don't care. Ain't no rules to this, man.
What about your war crimes?
Exactly.
They got Americans who took pictures of fucking over them people and shit. And this was recent. This wasn't hundreds of years ago. This was this goddamn army. These motherfuckers fucking over the people. I mean, and people keep saying, well, get over slavery. That's some shit that happened. Oh, hold on. We can't just get over some shit that happened. Because look at what we talking about. That is part of the foundation of the beginning of this so-called country.
Exactly.
We are the brick and mortar. We are the foundation. You can't build a house if you don't have a foundation.
Right.
The beginning of this country was us. The stolen people.
On our backs.
The stolen people on this stolen ass land in the United Snakes of America. And I said that to say these people got disgruntled along the way because they were tripping, and it wasn't necessarily all the way about us, the slaves.
Right.
It was about the money that we generated. You know what I'm saying? It was like free labor. You understand me?
Exactly.
And people like, well, shit, man, y'all doing the people running, man, them not even people.
Right.
Those are subhuman.
Right.
Damn. We gonna do what we want to do. And other people like, no, you can't. You just can't keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? And then the beef started, and then they said, well, you know what? Fuck it then. I'll beat your ass. And then enough of them got on the same page where they want to squabble about it. You got North versus the South.
Right.
And black people fought alongside both of them. Because black people was like, you know what? I don't give a damn which one of you hoes do whatever. If I ain't got to be no slave, I'm out here with this gun.
Exactly.
And the comparison of that to now is this. Trump, Biden, North, South.
Right.
Both of y'all are the United States of America.
Exactly.
We still the slave.
Exactly.
We don't give a fuck about now one of you bitches. Whichever one of you motherfuckers gonna rock with us so that we can get our shit, give me that gun.
That's what we with.
Look here, man. Civil war. Or should we say a war that's fought inward on the same land.
Right.
That's more accurate.
Right.
More apropos. That happened back then over us, technically, because it was about the money we were generating. And it's getting ready. It's happening now.
It's happening.
Over us.
Again.
And people say, well, there's more things going on in America than just black people. No. At the root of everything in America is black people.
Exactly.
And all the money, all the wealth that's been generated in this country, at the root of it is black people.
Exactly.
And we serve as the entertainment for everybody else. We serve as the punching bag for everybody else, the punch line of every joke for everybody else, the downtrodden, marginalized group that do all the fighting so everybody else can reap the benefits. We are the underdog of this country.
Right.
They hate us, don't like us, but they wouldn't exist without us.
Exactly.
And the war that's being fought now is to get rid of us because they feel like they can got all that they can about of us. Now, gonna get rid of them niggas, gonna throw them out there.
Yeah. We don't need them no more.
Yeah, it's like they treating us like a sanitary napkin.
Right.
You know, it serves its purpose, but now let's flush it. You know?
Right.
That type of thing. These people don't like us. Random acts of racism. They are just destroying us as best they can, and it's with impunity. Nothing is happening to these people.
Oh nah.
It once or twice you can say, okay, maybe that's a coincidence when people kill us and get away with it.
Right.
But repeatedly, time after time again,
over and over. Yeah, come on.
That goes back to the United Snakes of America.
Right.
They all on the same accord.
They all together.
It don't matter what state you in, kill a black person or mess over a black person is whatever.
It's okay. Okay.
There will be no punishment.
Right.
And that's because the war is against us.
In the first place.
And they letting you know, look, we gonna whoop you niggas, we gonna kill you niggas, we gonna do whatever we want to.
And ain't nothing you can do about it.
And that makes me feel...
They think.
Yeah. It make me feel a certain way because, you know, what good is a man if he can't provide for and protect his family?
Right.
You can't provide for and protect your woman and your children. What are you?
It goes back to slavery.
Yeah.
What they used to do, as they call it, buck breaking.
Yeah. And for those who are not familiar with that term, a buck is a wild horse.
Right.
And they break him in and stop him from being so wild.
Right.
They do a couple of different things to break the horse down. In some situations, they clip his nuts. You understand, where he ain't, because when you clip the nuts, people say, well, so what? The horse ain't gonna breed, he ain't gonna have sex. That's part of it, but
you get rid of that testosterone.
There it is right there. And testosterone is the masculine hormone.
Right.
So since you've minimized the amount that's being produced and the amount that's in there, the horse is not as drunk as he was.
Right.
That's the same thing with us. They are emasculating the men and preventing us from being as wild as we are, according to their definition of wild.
Right.
They get you as a kid, they give them Ritalin. They say he's hyperactive.
What is it?
ADHD.
Yeah, all that old.
Which is bullshit. And I'm gonna say this again, because I have some people that give me pushback. No, it's real. That shit ain't real, man. There was no ADHD when we were little.
Right.
When we were little, we were all wild. That's called being a child.
Right.
That's what you do when you're little. You do wild shit until you simmer the fuck down.
Right.
As you grow, you develop and become the person that you are, and you change the way you do.
You stop doing all that little wild shit.
Yeah. I mean, they say, well, he's hyper. He won't sit down. That's because he's a damn kid.
We had what you call a belt.
Yeah. And we all had to understand it. Sit your ass down. I ain't gonna tell you no more. I did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So they give you those drugs.
Right. That's doing something else to you.
Destroying you. Now when you're 20 something and you killing up a bunch of people, you're mentally disturbed. I wonder why. How did you become mentally disturbed?
Because of all that shit you was taking for the ADHD.
Shit gotta come out sooner or later.
Oh man.
See, they doping us up, but then you got let's say the teenager and the young adult, the early 20-something. We wild, we doing shit, we out here, we thugging, we shooting motherfuckers, we fighting, we gangbanging, we selling dope. Cause that's the age of a warrior.
Right.
And you're supposed to naturally have that in you. And you're supposed to use that energy by fighting a war.
Right.
So
channel that aggression.
And since we can't, we wind up turning inward and fucking off our own community and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking up everybody else, robbing people and shit.
Right.
Or we take that energy to them people and become an athlete, and we get paid big money because we on the field hooping, playing football, whatever.
Track and field, whatever.
Yeah,
right.
And then go get us a white girl, that's some whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? But since that's the age of the warrior, we need to understand that those are the people that are needed in this war. And the first line of defense, if you eliminate that, then the competition gonna win the war.
Right. So they taking out the first battalion.
And they doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's your first platoon right there.
But we not eliminating they first line.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
They on deck.
They got them, and they grow up enjoying shit like the Proud Boys.
Right.
They join all these militia groups, all the skinheads, KKK, all this old weak ass white sorry pussy ass shit. And I stand
Aryan
on
brotherhood and all that
weak ass shit. And I'm saying we, cause you hoes ain't got a bitch ass thing.
For real.
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all hoe ass, scary ass white boys. I said that. Now I don't need nobody to sound bite this and say, oh, he say fuck the white boys. I'm talking about them bitch ass white boys.
Right.
Fuck y'all.
Racist.
Y'all ain't got shit from here, man. That's why you need the police to back you. You talk shit in a safe place because you know you got the laws out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you shoot us, you gonna get away with it because of your whiteness.
Right. White privilege.
You can't, on the one-on-one, you ain't got a hoe ass.
Not nothing.
Put your guns down, bitch. Or if you keep your guns, let us have a gun too. But we can't get a gun because we ex-felons.
Right.
So we not able to have a damn gun legally.
Right.
You understand? Or if you stockpile your weapons, that's a violation. It's all kinds of little trick shit they got in there so that we can stay on the losing side of what's already happening, and that's a fucking war, man.
And what's going on?
My thing is, now that y'all know it's a war, or some of y'all still don't, but I'm telling you, it's a war.
What are we gonna do about it?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, man?
I would say, if you know you're on the battlefield, you need to get all your warriors together.
Right.
And devise a plan so that y'all can come out of this thing together and on the victor side.
Plan, plot, strategize.
Cause all the crying every time they fuck us over,
that ain't getting nowhere.
That ain't doing shit. If you hit me in the eye, what I look like coming to you with a sign telling you wrong?
Right.
You know you wrong. You did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're not apologizing unless I'm putting something that you got that matter in jeopardy. Like,
I'm gonna break your nose.
Yeah. I mean,
bust your lip.
And for the record, because everybody was tripping on the presidential shit when Trump made his statement about if he didn't win, it was gonna be a lot of madness and basically white people out there being violent towards people. If you know
Right.
Well, y'all saw the election. Y'all saw the results. It is what it is, man. All I can say on that is, some of us out here got pistols. If y'all really want your issue, come fuck with us. Stop fucking with the soft targets. Don't fuck with the old people, kids, handicap, or the people that don't want no trouble.
Right.
Some of us want trouble. We want all the smoke.
Bring it on.
You know what I'm saying? We want the smoke that's on the barbecue grill, liquid smoke, marijuana smoke, whatever smoke you got.
All of it.
Bring us that shit. You
Bring it on.
Because what they trying to do is create an atmosphere of the purge.
Right.
And see, the purge, they had a number of different movies, but I was looking the other day at Purge the election year, going back to see that. Shouts out to the brother Rizzy Islam, because he was talking about that, and I had to go back and look at it because that movie came out 4 years ago.
Right.
And the whole thing was, they were trying to protect this lady who was trying to make the purge against the law. And for those who not familiar with what the purge is, because I know some people are younger and they don't even know what that is, that's a movie. And the movie, basically in the movie, the purge is a national holiday where people can go out and all crimes are legal. You are
legal,
allowed to kill motherfuckers for, was it a day or 2 days?
I think 3 days or something like that. It's a few days though.
So if it, let's say the weekend, you can kill motherfuckers and ain't shit gonna
Friday
happen
to
you.
Sunday.
Yeah, and ain't nothing gonna happen to you for that whole weekend. So you got beef with your neighbor, go stab that motherfucker, it's all good.
Right.
You wanna rob some people, you wanna rape some people, whatever you wanna do. And the reason, their justification for the purge was, one, it gets rid of the undesirable people that need to be purged from the population anyway. And two, it helps with taxes, because now these dead people, you can move them out and you can take their land where they used to live, their businesses, and you know, all this old type shit. So it was for money and to get rid of people they don't like. That sounds so familiar.
Don't it sound like
slaves was for money, and they also the people that they don't like. And those movies, they hide in plain sight and they tell you what they really want to do. And in the election year, that movie Purge, came out in 2016. They were talking about this lady that was trying to make the purge against the law, and they were trying to protect her because they wanted to make sure that she gets that law passed so they can stop killing people. But the fact of the matter is, there was a lot of killing that had to happen just to keep her from getting killed.
Right.
And one of the lines that stood out to me in the movie that I detest was this brother that was defending the white lady. And it was some black dudes that were fighting against everything too, but they weren't necessarily in agreement with what this lady was talking about.
Right.
She trying to be all by the book, and they on the street side like, fuck that, we won't get the hoe.
Right.
And the brother said, now, I like black people, but y'all not gonna harm these good white people. These are white people.
There we go. Who that sound like?
Uncle Ruckus.
The house nigga.
I said, what the fuck? Why is this line?
That's so good to me.
Yeah, boss, is we sick, motherfucker?
Yeah.
That was some bullshit. I mean, and that just kind of let me know, first of all, if the movie had no racial connotation, why was that line in there?
Right.
And that let me know that the people that framed it and wrote it, they know what the fuck they really talking about.
Yeah, they know what's going on.
This is really a racist thing that they addressing without doing it directly, just like Planet of the Apes. That's racism, man. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, the purge, they would like to see that come to fruition. They would like that to be a real thing.
Yeah, they'd love to be able to just pick us off and nothing happened to them.
And that's what they doing now. Picking us off, it ain't shit happening to them. This is the fucking purge.
But they want to do it on a grand level.
On a bigger scale. Because right now they doing it, and the justice system is holding them down, but it's getting away from them. It's getting to the point where they can't contain that no more. So now they like, let's just flat out say, look, we killing motherfuckers and it's whatever. He ain't got there yet. Your orange motherfucker, he on that. He about that type shit. You know? But Biden, the thing is, people feel like he would never get on that page, but he get on the page, it's just he gotta have all his ducks in a row before he do it. Right. He not gonna make it seem like it's his idea. Right. Even though he might be the motherfucker to write it, just like a bill that showed up back in 94.
What's that?
A crime bill that led to a thing called mass incarceration.
Yes, sir.
Biden's law, you bitch. But the purge is real, and I'm saying that because the Civil War, or should we say a war on the same soil with malcontents of different people, factions of the population, this shit is happening. and it's waged against us. And people say, well, no, what about the immigrants? What about the gay people? They not waging war against them, man. Gay motherfuckers, whatever problem y'all got, that ain't got nothing to do with us. Right. Immigrants, that ain't got shit to do with us. They not targeting you. Now, Trump, he just don't like you motherfuckers, but he ain't targeting y'all.
Right.
You understand? Like when he did that ban on all the countries and all that old type of shit.
Yeah.
That did not directly fuck with the immigrants. That fucked with the immigration policy.
Right.
On some y'all can't come over here type shit. He didn't start saying, well, y'all can't do this and y'all can't do that inside the borders. What happened was motherfuckers that was getting detained, that was some bullshit that was happening. But the reality is that started before Trump got in office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because your boy Barack said he was going to close Guantanamo Bay and, hey.
All that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because they was they had the kids in cages. And I hate to agree with Trump because don't nobody like Trump. But he had a valid point. Who built the cage? You know what I'm saying? You putting the kids in cages. Okay, who built the goddamn cage? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That happened before he got in there. So, they both racist. You know, when people like, well, you can't just, you had to pick somebody, man. You had to vote. If you don't got a right, if you don't vote, you ain't got a right to something. Man, fuck you. I got a right to say what the fuck I want to say. And it gets back to, if we can't protect our women and children, what good are we as men? Man?
Exactly.
And it's hurting. Because a lot of us, we would like to be able to protect our women and children, but we want to do the right thing and abide by the law. And the reality is, you probably got to break the law to protect your women and children.
You're going to end up having to.
Because I promise you, like Breonna Taylor,
exactly.
Her dude, he was about that,
Yeah.
They kicking in the door, he busting off shots. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And what's fucked up, they have the unmitigated gall to sue him. There is a lawsuit now against him. The whole ad law, one of the laws they got shot, they trying to sue him for shooting him. And to be honest, it has no merit, motherfucker.
Right.
Y'all invading the privacy and the sanctity of these people home. He don't know he don't know who y'all are.
Y'all ain't announced who y'all is or nothing.
You're supposed to shoot your bitch ass.
Right.
And for the record, all the people that want to track my IP address and all that shit and come to my motherfucking house, I got 2 guns right there. Come through my shit, bitch. I promise you, you're going to get what you came for. I'm ready. It's whatever. If that was my day to die, then guess what? You going with me, motherfucker. I promise you that. And a motherfucker finna kick my shit in and try to get me like they got Fred Hampton.
For real.
Google the brother Fred Hampton. He was a freedom fighter, Black Panthers, and they murdered this brother while he was in the bed, man. That wasn't even on no knock warrant. That was just some straight up execution.
Right.
And
they came for that specific reason.
All them damn bullet holes up in the door and shit, man.
The
war is on. The war is happening right now, man.
The sooner y'all realize that, the better prepared you'll be.
Peace is cool, but peace and war don't necessarily go together.
Not at all.
So, I mean, you get a lot of people say, can't we just be peaceful? That's nice. And
it sound good.
Yeah, when it's time. It's not time for that right now.
Not right now.
It's time to go on and reposition the focus of our energy and our anger. Because we got it for each other.
Right.
I mean, for each other, we got it all day. What's up, nigga? I'll beat your bitch at whole ass. Look.
Quit.
But when it's other people that's killing our women and children, it's like,
oh man, let's get our picket signs and march and protest.
Yeah, we gonna trust the system. We gonna wait. Why? See, this is war, man.
We at war.
It's war time. So I'm gonna say this, cause with these little platforms, they wanna try to edit all your shit and stop you from saying what's real or whatever.
Right.
I don't give a damn about none of that. I'm gonna say my shit. That's why it's unwatered down.
Exactly.
We ain't watering down shit.
Right.
It's strong. It's potent.
Strong.
God damn it,
Truth.
like that black coffee.
Come on, man.
No sugar.
No cream.
None of that shit. Hot lava. The thing is this, man. Now that the election is over with, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Because a lot of y'all was building up to this, like whatever y'all was gonna do with your life, it wasn't gonna happen until after this bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, they ain't done that shit. Now what?
Now what?
The war's still happening, and regardless of whoever the fuck they bring to Pennsylvania Avenue, they still don't like your ass. We gonna run something down to you, give you the information that you need as always. And brothers, I need us to do a better job. We need to try to protect our women and our children and recognize that the war is happening. And in the event,
man.
If you can't protect your women and children, stab yourself 7 times in the chest. Go ahead and bleed out. And get the fuck out the way.
Get out the way.
Because I'm going to do whatever I got to do for mine.
Right, exactly.
And that's just what that is. Now, If that's the death of me, so be it. But I'm gonna die like a real one. I'm not gonna die pleading and begging them. Please don't kill me. Fuck you. Fuck you, you bitch. If you're killing me, I promise you, I'm not going by myself.
Right.
There's room in the grave.
Right.
This is Unwatered Down.
With your host,
Byron Love.
And Seize the Dawn. And we'll see you next week.
Already. Stay black.
Right on.
It began in February 1999 when a black man came home from a hard day's work and a car rolls up. 4 officers hop out. Guns drawn. 41 bullets later, Amadou Diallo goes down.
They're scared to death. They are. They're literally scared to death.
And what's their biggest worry?
That the Constitution doesn't pertain to them.
Now, that is bad enough. But then
They have no power. Their liberties can be taken away from them. And they have no voice.
one of the things you begin to understand is that America needs the narrative of black pathology.
All power to the people. All power to the people.
It was yet another night of chaos across the country and right here at home.
We want land. We want bread. We want housing, education, clothing, and justice and peace. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. People. All power to the 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 people.
We just need to be active regardless. That's the way we have to tackle these, and not just simply respond because of a presidential candidate or election or whatever. It's deeper than that. Our problems are heavier than just Donald Trump.
African Americans on edge.
All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people.
You build your wall so high that no one could. You build your wall so high that no one could.
All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people.